High school. Said to be the best 4 years of your life. I don't know if it's been the best 4 years, but it really was the most memorable. Looking back at my grade 9 self, the person I was then wouldn't have imagined being where I am today.
Guys, there's a car coming.
A year full of firsts. It was my first time being in a new school, but it was okay, because everyone else in my grade was new too. It was my first time learning how to play the trombone. Although I wasn't very good at it, I did my best. It was my first time using a Mac computer. I was that student who was always a step behind in tutorials in Comtech class. The student who would continuously ask the person beside them what to do. I made a lot of new amazing friends that year. Friends that I'm still friends with today. If I'm gonna be honest, this was probably the worst year ever. The only part I really liked was all the trips I went on. Trips like the art scavenger hunt downtown and snow tubing. They were really fun. I found out I was moving town, so every weekend in June my friends and I went on a trip. The people around me really helped me get through all the negativity. I really owe them. Another way to get my mind off of the bad things was that I would put my time and energy into the art I created. It really helped me get through that year. That summer, I went to the Philippines for the very first time with my grandma. I stayed there for a month, and living in a different country and environment, it really changed me. I realized how little some people have in their lives and they could still be happy. This was a year of change. New town, new school, new life. It was my first time being the new kid. It honestly was so terrifying at first, but I got used to it. I didn't document as much of my school life this year because I was super shy and I didn't want to draw attention to myself. And I also mostly focused on school, which did pay off in the end. Go. And I made a lot of amazing new friends. Friends I think I could be friends with forever. The last year of high school. This year, I became very goal-driven. I decided to come out of my shell a bit and document my year again. I really wanted to leave a mark at this school somehow, so I just tried my best in the subjects that I liked the most. I ended up having so much on my plate. I'd have plans to practice and learn or do homework, but I'd also want to have a social life and keep in touch with my friends from my old school and my friends here.
Careful, girl.
I feel like I did more work this year than I ever did in my whole entire life. I went on so many fun trips, like the graffiti trip, figure sketching trip, and I even got to go to Skills Canada to support one of my best friends. This year, I felt very honored that I was nominated for 3 awards at Arts Fest. I even won one.
Drake Sanderson and Angela Tata.
After that, I felt like my mark was made. These past 4 years felt like a roller coaster, but I learned so much about life and myself. I don't regret any of it, and I'm glad things happened the way they did, because in the end, I'm really happy being where I am now. So this is the end of the most memorable 4 years of my life. Here's to the next 100 years of growing and learning.